How many of you, when you're talking about Jesus, you find that lots of people have lots of opinions about him and they vary quite greatly? Well, in the world of religions, the Baha'is will say that Jesus is a manifestation of God and a prophet, but inferior to Muhammad and Baha'u'llah. If you ask a Buddhist, they'll say that he is not God, but he is an enlightened man, like the Buddha, but not quite as chubby. If you ask the Christian Scientist founder, Mary Baker Eddy, and I don't get Christian Science. There's no Christians, there's no science. I don't understand it. To me, it's like grape nuts. You open the box, there's no grapes, no nuts. I'm not sure who did the branding. But the founder of Christian Science will say, quote, unquote, Jesus Christ is not God. Hinduism has many views of Jesus, but they will generally say that he is not the only God, and he is just a wise man like Krishna. Islam says that Jesus is a mere man. He is a prophet and inferior to Muhammad. Insofar as famous folks go in the history of the world, Friedrich Nietzsche, the great atheist, said, quote, Jesus died too soon. If he had lived to my age, he would have repudiated his doctrine. Nietzsche said, it's too bad he died as a young man. If he would have lived longer, he would have become an atheist like me. Americans, and now he's dead. He's having a very bad day, by the way. Friedrich Nietzsche is. He met Jesus and was like, ruh-roh. Okay, American psychologist Rollo May says that Christ is the therapist for all humanity. Fidel Castro, the Cuban leader, says, I never saw a contradiction between the ideas that sustain me and the ideas of that symbol of that extraordinary figure, Jesus Christ. Fidel said, oh, he was a great communist. Adolf Hitler said, in boundless love, and don't you just think of those two things together, Adolf Hitler and boundless love. I tell you, some people, they have a high self-esteem and they need to be spanked. In a boundless love, as a Christian, and it's going to happen the whole sermon. I'm really tired. There's three kinds of tired. Tired, I went to Disney World tired. I went to Disney World for 3 days tired. I got back at midnight last night. The first day at Disney, you're like, hey, how come everybody's got a scooter? And the last day, you're like, hey, where's my scooter? That's where I'm at. Okay, so I'm tired. How about this one? Adolf Hitler said, in boundless love as a Christian, as a man, I read how terrific was his fight for the world against the Jewish poison. Adolf Hitler said, Jesus was a good Nazi. He's dead, having a bad day too. Mahatma Gandhi said, I cannot say that Jesus was uniquely divine. He was as much God as Krishna or Rama or Muhammad or Zoroaster, just a spiritual man. What about Jesus of the cults? Well, the Jehovah's Witnesses say that he is a created being. He is the Archangel Michael. The Mormons say that he is the polygamist half-brother of Lucifer and became one of many gods. Scientology says that Jesus is an implant forced upon a thetan about 1 million years ago. Pastor Mark, what does that mean? I don't know. I'm drug-free. I can't think in those categories. And then the progressive and or liberal Christians say that Jesus is just a great socialist liberator who drove a hybrid camel. So there's lots of opinions regarding who Jesus is. Everybody has an opinion regarding who Jesus is. And the question is, who did Jesus say he is? To me, that would be the most important, the most significant. And it says in the Bible that God made us in his image and likeness, and it's like we return the favor. It's like everybody looks in the mirror and says, well, there's an awesome human being. If everyone was like that, I'm sure the world would be a better place. I'm sure Jesus was just like me. Well, who did Jesus say that he is? Who did Jesus say that he is? To me, that is perhaps the most important, significant question, or among them in the history of the world.